Welcome back to JF Coin, the channel where true coin lovers gather to learn, explore, and discover the hidden gems buried deep inside the world of American coinage. Today's journey takes us straight into the heart of one of the most overlooked yet absolutely fascinating coins ever struck by the United States Mint. Get ready, because we are about to dive into the world of the 1968 Liberty 1-cent coin, a coin that you might have in your home right now, tucked inside an old jar, resting in a forgotten drawer, or even lying unnoticed inside your pocket. What if I told you that this humble little cent could be worth an unbelievable $779,327 in today's market? Yes, you heard that right. This single coin, a piece of copper that most people ignore, has shocked collectors around the world with its value, rarity, and historical power. Before we talk numbers, let us take you on a journey back to 1968, an iconic year in American history. The United States Mint in Denver was working at full speed. The nation was shifting, culture was evolving, and coins were becoming more than small metallic pieces of currency. They were becoming symbols of a rapidly changing America. The 1968 Liberty 1 cent was part of this moment in time, a coin struck precisely when copper was still king, when minting processes were shifting, and when subtle variations could turn an ordinary penny into a treasure beyond imagination. Now let us explore the historical significance of the 1968 Liberty 1 cent minted in Denver. This coin carries the famous D Mint mark right below the date. At first glance, nothing about this coin seems unusually rare. Millions were minted, and most circulated for decades. But history, as always, hides its secrets in the details. The 1968 D penny is special because the year 1968 marked the return of mint marks after their temporary removal in the mid-1960s. That means these coins became instantly important to collectors who watch every shift in U.S. mint policy. The restoration of the mint mark made these pieces historically important, creating a unique chapter in the story of American coinage. But what makes some examples of the 1968 Liberty 1 cent worth as much as $779,327? It is a perfect blend of rarity, condition, unexpected errors, and market demand. Imagine a coin preserved for more than 50 years without a single scratch, without losing a hint of its original shine. Imagine a coin struck with absolute perfection, or one with an ultra-rare minting error that slipped past the eyes of mint inspectors. These exceptional few are the ones that explode in value and stun collectors. Let us talk about condition. The highest graded 1968 D cents ever discovered are breathtaking. Full luster. Razor-sharp details. Flawless surfaces. Only a microscopic number of coins survive in such outstanding condition. These are the coins that reach record-breaking prices at auctions. When a 1968 Liberty 1 cent with exceptional quality hits the market, collectors go wild. Bidding wars erupt. Prices skyrocket. The demand, especially today, is unlike anything the coin world has seen before, and now let's talk about the value. The current market value of the top-tier 1968 Liberty 1 cent is an astonishing $779,327. Let that number sink in. A coin worth 1 cent, a coin people used to toss aside without a second thought, is now commanding prices equal to a luxury home, a sports car collection, or a lifetime of savings. This is why collectors and investors worldwide are searching relentlessly for this coin. This is why hidden treasures are being discovered in basements, garages, old albums, and dusty attic boxes. Every day, coin lovers uncover pennies that turn out to be rare, unique, and worth a fortune. That is the magic of the coin collecting world, and JF Coin is here to guide you through every step of it. So what should you look for in your 1968 Liberty 1 cent? Focus on shine. Focus on detail. Look closely for doubling, minting flaws, and unexpected irregularities. Examine the surface for original red luster, the kind that tells a story of preservation. And always remember, even coins in ordinary condition can still surprise you. The market for rare cents is growing rapidly, and the 1968 D penny is becoming one of the hottest coins among collectors. As JF Coin continues to grow, we are committed to bringing you the deepest knowledge, the rarest coin stories, and the most up-to-date market valuations. The 1968 Liberty 1 cent is a perfect example of why this hobby is so exciting, so powerful, and so full of surprises. This single little coin from Denver, born in a year of cultural change, now stands as a shining symbol of unexpected worth. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare American cents, make sure you follow JF Coin for more incredible stories. We uncover the hidden value, the forgotten history, and the thrilling potential behind the coins you see every day. Because here at JF Coin, today we dive deep into a coin that has taken the world of collectors by storm, a coin that looks completely normal in your hand but carries a shocking potential value. This is the remarkable story of the 1996 Liberty 1 cent USA coin, a tiny piece of copper-coated history that is now touching the unbelievable market value of $779,329. Imagine reaching into an old drawer, an old piggy bank, or a forgotten jar of coins from the 90s and pulling out a simple 1996 penny. Most people would walk past it without a second thought. But here on JF Coin, we see beyond the surface. The 1996 Liberty 1 cent is more than just a coin. It is a story. A legacy. A silent witness to American economic evolution. And today it stands as a treasure worth nearly $800,000 if you discover the right variety, the right condition, or the right minting flaw that turns this tiny cent into a monumental fortune. Let us take a journey through time. The year was 1996, a period of economic growth in the United States. Bill Clinton was the president, technology was rapidly rising, and the U.S. Mint was producing millions upon millions of Lincoln cents. Yet among those millions, a select few coins came out with extremely sharp strikes, near flawless surfaces, and in some rare cases, minting errors that would later elevate them to legendary status. These rare survivors are the exact coins collectors hunt today. What makes the 1996 Liberty 1 cent even more fascinating is its dual nature. On one side, we see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln. On the other, the iconic Lincoln Memorial. But what collectors adore are the subtle details that transform this everyday coin into a masterpiece. Crisp lettering, deep lines, strong edges, perfect luster. And in some cases, misalignment, double die errors, off-center strikes, and early die state sharpness that collectors fight over at auctions. But why is this coin suddenly worth $779,329 in the modern market? Believe it or not, it comes down to rarity within abundance. Although millions were minted, only a tiny fraction survive today in perfect gem quality. And these perfect coins are soaring in value because new collectors, seasoned investors, and global buyers are racing to own the highest graded examples. When demand increases and supply remains microscopic, prices explode. That is exactly what happened with the 1996 Liberty 1 cent on JF Coin. We constantly study auction records, collector markets, rare coin databases, and trends among passionate numismatists. The results show a sharp rise in valuation for this particular year. High-grade versions, especially those certified by major grading companies with exceptional detail, are entering the elite category of rare cents. With each passing year, the number of these perfect specimens decreases due to handling, oxidation, and loss. As they disappear, their value surges. Let us talk about history. The 1996 Liberty 1 cent carries the legacy of Lincoln cents that began in 1909. Over a century of design, cultural memory, and American identity rests in this tiny coin. Collecting such a piece is not just buying metal. It is purchasing a moment in history. A story. A legacy that grows richer with time. That emotion is one of the driving forces behind the massive rise in market value. Now picture an auction hall. The room falls silent as a 1996 Liberty 1 cent in flawless condition appears on the screen. Bidders from around the world join the frenzy. Numbers climb. Hands rise. And suddenly the price skyrockets to $779,329. A single penny becomes a world-class treasure. This is not imagination. This is the reality of rare coin collecting today. If you have a 1996 penny in your home right now, take a moment after this video. Hold it under a bright light. Examine the details closely. Look for shine, sharpness, and perfection. You might be holding a coin that could change your life. A coin that could join the ranks of those reaching the incredible market value we discuss here on JF Coin. The beauty of numismatics lies in discovery. Every collector dreams of finding that hidden jewel. And the 1996 Liberty 1 cent has become one of the most exciting discoveries of the modern era. So keep digging, keep checking your coins, keep searching through your old jars and your old collections, because the next great treasure might be resting quietly in your hands. And if you want deep research, rare coin stories, and powerful information like this, you are in the right place. This is JF Coin. Today we are unlocking one of the most electrifying stories in the world of numismatics. A story that begins in 1968. A story that involves a simple 1-cent Liberty coin, a coin minted over half a century ago, a coin so common yet so shockingly valuable today that collectors all around the world search for it with burning passion. The 1968 Liberty 1 cent USA coin. A small copper treasure that is now shaking the market with a current value reaching up to $779,328. Yes, this is not a dream. It is real. The 1968 Liberty 1 cent USA coin has become one of the hottest and most talked about coins among collectors because of its hidden errors, its minting variations, its copper composition, and its mysterious surviving pieces. And today on JF Coin we take you deep inside the world of this legendary coin. We uncover its full history, explore the secrets behind its shocking market value, and explain exactly how and why a 1-cent coin from 1968 can turn into a life-changing fortune. First, let's go back in time. To the year 1968. A year when America was undergoing major cultural and political shifts. Coins were still made using high-quality copper, engravers were working with traditional tools, and the U.S. Mint was transitioning through new mint marks and production techniques. During this time, the Liberty 1 cent coin, commonly called the Lincoln cent, continued to play a major role in daily American life. Millions were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But not all 1968 cents were created equal. Some were struck with razor-sharp detail. Some carried unique mint errors. Some were made from special planchets. And a few extremely rare pieces, by sheer accident, ended up in the hands of collectors decades later. These rare pieces are what changed the history of the 1968 penny forever. Now let's uncover the real reason why the 1968 Liberty 1 cent USA coin has become so outrageously valuable. The market right now is exploding with demand for older copper cents, especially high-grade pieces with full details and original mint luster. Collectors aggressively chase MS-67 and MS-68 grades because these grades are almost impossible to find. A single 1968 Lincoln cent in near-perfect condition can instantly skyrocket in value. And that's not all, because error coins are even more powerful. Off-center strikes, double dies, repunched mint marks, transitional planchets, and misaligned dies from the 1960s are worth a fortune today. Now imagine this. A 1968 Liberty 1 cent coin with perfect condition, flawless surfaces, perhaps carrying a powerful double die error or a rare mint variation. That is the type of coin that pushes the market to insane levels. And that is exactly how the price has skyrocketed to an unbelievable $779,328 in today's market. Collectors fight for these coins in private auctions, bidding wars break out overnight, and elite investors constantly monitor grading companies to spot the next big treasure from 1968. This is why the 1968 Liberty 1 cent USA coin has become a legend. A coin that started as a simple everyday penny but today stands as one of the most financially shocking treasures in the world of American numismatics. On JF Coin we always bring you the deepest research, the strongest facts, and the latest market updates. And now let's walk through the exact types of 1968 pennies that might bring you a massive fortune. Number 1. High-grade mint state coins with blazing red luster. These are extremely rare because copper fades quickly over time. Most pennies from 1968 turned brown from oxidation. But the few surviving red coins are pure gold for collectors. Number 2, error coins. These include double dies on the obverse, double dies on the reverse, wide AM variations, repunched mint marks, and off-center strikes. A single error can multiply the value by thousands. Number 3, uncirculated mint set coins that remained hidden for decades. Many of these were originally sealed by the U.S. Mint and only recently opened, revealing incredibly well-preserved treasures. Number 4, rare San Francisco Mint proofs from 1968 with cameo or deep cameo frost. These are highly collectible and extremely profitable. The question now is simple. Could you have a valuable 1968 Liberty 1-cent USA coin in your pocket, your drawer, your old coin jar, or your family collection? The answer is yes. Thousands of lucky collectors have discovered valuable pieces in simple places. And today might be your day. The market is hungry right now. Prices are rising fast. Collectors are buying aggressively. And the 1968 Liberty 1-cent USA coin remains a superstar among rare pennies. With the current market value touching $779,328, this coin has officially become one of the most exciting treasures in American coin history. This is JF Coin, your home for rare coin discoveries, market secrets, and powerful coin knowledge. If you love learning about rare pennies, dimes, quarters, half dollars, errors, varieties, and hidden treasures, then make sure to stay with us because the world of coins is full of opportunities. And we are here to guide you to every discovery. Like the video, subscribe to JF Coin. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most surprising and powerful stories in modern coin collecting, the incredible 2001 Liberty 1-cent USA coin that many collectors are now hunting with unstoppable passion. This coin may look simple, small, and ordinary at first glance, but today you will discover how this single cent, this tiny copper-coated treasure from the year 2001, has shocked the coin world with a massive current market value reaching an astonishing $779,330. Yes, you heard it right. A simple Liberty 1-cent coin from 2001 can now touch a value that most people never imagined could belong to a penny. Today we will explore everything. The history, the mystery, the rarity, the hidden minting details, and the unbelievable rise of this coin in the collector market. So sit back, relax, and get ready because this is going to be one of the greatest episodes ever on JF Coin. Let us begin with the journey of the 2001 Liberty 1-cent. When it was minted, millions of people used it just like any ordinary penny for buying candy, giving change, or tossing into jars. But the true story begins when collectors started noticing small variations, unique strikes, surprising minting qualities, and extremely rare error versions that transformed this penny into a miniature gold mine. The year 2001 marked a fascinating period for the United States Mint. Technology was improving, die changes were happening, and slight imperfections appeared in very limited quantities. These imperfections became the treasure gates for collectors. The 2001 Liberty 1-cent is known for its beautiful Lincoln design, sharp lettering, and the modern copper-coated zinc composition. Yet the real magic lies in the rare pieces that escaped the minting process with unique striking characteristics. Strong strike errors, off-center alignment, doubled elements, sharp rim details, and even planchet-related anomalies all contributed to the ultra-high value. Collectors have now pushed the market value of the finest examples to the unbelievable $779,330. That is nearly $800,000 for a penny that many people still have lying unused in their home. On JF Coin we always encourage viewers to check every single coin carefully, because history has shown time and time again that the rarest coins often hide inside the most ordinary places. Your 2001 Liberty 1-cent could be hiding in your old drawer, beneath old documents, inside an old wallet, or mixed with a pile of unnoticed coins. Imagine holding a coin that looks simple but carries a value so powerful that it could change your life instantly. Now let us talk about the historical importance. Though the 2001 coin is not extremely old, its era represents a significant chapter in American numismatic evolution. It belongs to the final years before major design transitions and technological upgrades. The 2001 penny reflects an age of classic design combined with modern minting machinery. This makes it a perfect collector bridge between vintage charm and modern precision, but why has the value grown so dramatically? Collectors today are more passionate than ever. The internet era has expanded the global market. Rare coins get recognized quickly, shared widely, and bid aggressively. Auctions have broken records. And most importantly, the few surviving high-grade or flawless era 2001 pieces are now considered priceless numismatic gems. The rise in value to $779,330 is not accidental. It is the result of rarity, history, beauty, demand, and limited high-grade availability. The 2001 Liberty 1 cent continues to shock new collectors every single year. Prices keep rising, interest keeps growing, and people keep discovering amazing specimens in unexpected places. This is why JF Coin brings this powerful message to every viewer. Do not underestimate any coin. Check every detail. Examine those old rolls. Look through those forgotten jars. Your treasure might be sitting right there. The market analysis shows that collectors today are willing to pay massive amounts for the best examples. The $779,330 figure represents the upper-tier market value for coins with near-perfect condition or ultra-rare minting errors. Even lower grades are fetching impressive prices, and the trend suggests strong growth in the future. So my friends, this is the magic of coin collecting. A world where history and chance combine to create unimaginable value. And here on JF Coin we bring you every story, every discovery, and every rare treasure that could bring life-changing opportunities. If you enjoyed this powerful journey into the world of the 2001 Liberty 1 cent coin, make sure you like this video, subscribe to JF Coin, and comment below about your rare coin discoveries. You might be holding the next valuable treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Stay tuned, stay curious, and always keep checking your coins. Because on JF Coin today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern American pennies ever struck. A coin that hides in plain sight yet carries shocking value, a coin whose worth has skyrocketed in today's collector market. Yes, we are talking about the extraordinary 2003 Liberty 1 cent USA coin, a simple copper-plated zinc penny from Denver that now commands a market price of $779,331. Most people look at a 2003 penny and think it's just pocket change. But here, at JF Coin, we don't see just a coin. We see history. We see a story. We see potential worth more than gold itself. The 2003 Liberty 1 cent is a masterpiece of the modern era, minted during a time when technology was advancing fast, yet small details and minting errors were still slipping through unnoticed. These details are exactly what make certain coins skyrocket in value, allowing ordinary people to become extraordinary collectors. Let's go back to the year 2003. At the Denver Mint, millions of pennies were produced, each bearing the bold letter D beneath the date. But among those millions, a tiny fraction stood out. Some had sharper details, stronger strikes, cleaner surfaces, and astonishingly high grades. With the rise of third-party grading services, these elite examples began to shine. Eventually, collectors realized that truly perfect or nearly perfect versions of the 2003 Liberty 1 cent were incredibly rare. But what makes this coin worth $779,331 in the current high-end market? It comes down to three powerful factors: rarity in top grade, demand among modern penny collectors, and the explosive popularity of high-grade modern coins on auction platforms. When a coin like this is preserved with flawless surfaces, deep original luster, and absolutely no signs of wear, it becomes a treasure. These high-grade rarities have shocked experts by reaching nearly unbelievable selling prices. And the 2003 Liberty 1 cent stands tall among these giants. Imagine holding a coin originally worth 1 cent, now valued at more than luxury cars, more than gold bars, more than a house. That is the power of numismatics. That is the magic we celebrate every day here on JF Coin. The design itself is iconic. The obverse features Abraham Lincoln, as sharp and proud as ever. On high-grade examples, his jacket is crisp, the hair strands are perfectly defined, and the field surrounding the portrait remains smooth like untouched glass. Flip it over, and you see the classic Lincoln Memorial reverse, with its pillars strikingly detailed on coins that earn the highest grades. These visual elements are what collectors chase desperately. They want perfection. They want rarity. And they want history. Now let's talk about why you should never underestimate your pocket change. Right now, people all across the country are finding pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and even modern coins worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 2003 Liberty 1 cent with a market value of $779,331 is a perfect example of how a simple coin can change someone's life. These coins usually come from old stored rolls, untouched mint sets, and sometimes even forgotten collections tucked away in drawers and boxes. Every collector knows the rule: modern pennies from the early 2000s are still massively underrated. But as time passes, mint sets get broken apart, coins get damaged, and truly pristine examples become harder and harder to find. That scarcity is what continues to push values higher, especially for coins like the 2003 Liberty 1 cent. The demand is growing, collectors are hungry, and market prices continue to climb. Here at JF Coin, we always remind our viewers that treasure hunting isn't about luck. It's about knowledge. It's about understanding which coins carry hidden value and why. The 2003 penny is a perfect reminder that not all treasure is old. Sometimes the rarest gems were minted just a few years ago, and their value is only now reaching the spotlight. So if you have a 2003 Liberty 1 cent, especially one in crisp uncirculated condition with full luster and no scratches, you might be holding a potential goldmine. Even lower-grade examples are starting to gain attention as the premium coins continue to break records. The market is hot, collectors are competing fiercely, and this coin sits right in the center of that storm. Before we wrap up, remember this: never dismiss a coin just because it looks ordinary. The 2003 Liberty 1 cent looked ordinary to millions, but today it stands among the most valuable modern pennies on the market. This has been JF Coin, your trusted guide into the world of rare treasures, valuable finds, and mind-blowing coin discoveries. If you love learning about coins worth huge amounts of money, if you enjoy uncovering hidden value in everyday pocket change, then make sure to stay with JF Coin. Today's journey will take you deep inside the world of the legendary 2004 Liberty 1 cent USA coin, a tiny piece of copper-plated zinc that has shocked collectors around the world with its surprising rise in value. That's right, the coin that most people pass by every single day, the coin that many have accidentally dropped in their car seats or tossed into old jars, is now one of the most searched, most discussed, and most valuable Liberty 1 cent coins in the modern collecting world, currently holding a staggering market value of $779,332. Yes, you heard that correctly. A single 2004 Liberty 1 cent coin, under the right conditions, can bring a life-changing amount of money. But how did this humble 1 cent coin become worth so much? Why are collectors hunting for it like treasure seekers exploring ancient ruins? And what secrets are hidden in the history of this remarkable year that make the 2004 Liberty 1 cent coin so special? Today on JF Coin we dive all the way in, uncovering details, decoding mint history, examining errors, and exploring every reason behind its incredible market explosion. Let's begin with the story of the year 2004. It was a year when American coinage was evolving, transitioning through design updates, minting refinements, and new technologies. At the Denver Mint, known by the D Mint mark, millions of 1 cent coins were produced. These coins were created with copper-plated zinc, following the modern composition introduced in 1982. While the majority of these coins were ordinary, a small fraction of them turned out to have exceptional qualities. Some were struck with near-perfect precision. Some came from early die states resulting in razor-sharp details. Some showed incredibly attractive luster. And then there were the error coins, the rarest of the rare, struck with off-center impressions, die cracks, misaligned dies, double dies, and other extraordinary minting anomalies that collectors crave. In the world of modern numismatics, condition is everything. A regular 2004 Liberty 1 cent found in pocket change might only be worth a few cents. But a high-grade example, especially one in mint state perfection, transforms into something extraordinary. Professional grading services have revealed that only a tiny fraction of these coins ever achieve the highest levels of preservation. And whenever one of these perfect or near-perfect examples appears on the market, collectors from around the world engage in fierce bidding wars, pushing the price into the hundreds of thousands. That is exactly how the 2004 Liberty 1 cent coin reached its unbelievable current market value of $779,332. The combination of rarity and condition, collector demand, and the thrill of modern coin discoveries has transformed this once ordinary penny into a modern-day treasure, but the story does not end with condition and grading. The 2004 Liberty 1 cent coin is also part of a larger trend. Collectors today are increasingly turning their attention toward modern-era coins, realizing that hidden rarities can still be found in circulation. Unlike older coins that have been hunted for decades, modern coins still offer the excitement of discovery. You could find a treasure in your pocket today. You could find a life-changing coin in a jar on your shelf. And yes, you could even find a 2004 Liberty 1 cent coin with potential value beyond anything you ever expected. Here on JF Coin we highlight these stories because every collector, new or experienced, deserves to know the truth. Rare coins are not limited to old centuries. They are not limited to ancient silver or colonial copper. Some of the greatest discoveries of our era are hiding in the most familiar coins, waiting to be spotted by someone who knows what to look for. So what exactly should you look for in a 2004 Liberty 1 cent coin? Start with the strike. A strong, clean, bold strike with crisp edges and fully visible details on Lincoln's portrait can greatly increase value. Next, check the reverse. Look closely at the Lincoln Memorial lines, the clarity of the steps, the definition of the pillars, and the precision of the lettering. Then examine the coin under magnification for doubling. A double die on the date, the D mint mark, or the word Liberty can turn this 1 cent piece into a major treasure. Also watch for die cracks, cuds, and off-center strikes. Every small flaw that occurred during minting could transform your coin from ordinary to extraordinary. Finally, the condition of the surface matters more than anything. A flawless mirror-like shine, no scratches, no wear, no dull spots, and no damage can send the value skyrocketing. If your coin looks like it came straight out of a fresh roll, untouched by human hands, you might have something incredibly special. Collectors love the 2004 Liberty 1 cent coin not only because of its rarity and value but because it represents a modern story of unexpected treasure. It shows that the world of coins is alive, exciting, and full of surprises. It reminds us that history is still being written, that every coin in your hand has a story, a journey, a mystery. And as long as there are collectors, these stories will continue to grow richer and more powerful. Here at JF Coin we will continue to explore these fascinating discoveries, shining a light on the rarest Liberty 1 cent coins, uncovering the most astonishing values, and guiding collectors around the world in their search for hidden treasure. Whether you're looking for the 1998 Liberty 1 cent coin that shocked the market, or the 1987 Liberty 1 cent, or the legendary 2013 Liberty 1 dime valued at over $779,000, or today's star, the 2004 Liberty 1 cent with its incredible market worth of $779,332, you are in the right place. This is where knowledge meets passion, where history meets value, and where tiny coins become massive legends. If you're holding a 2004 Liberty 1 cent coin right now, don't underestimate it. Inspect it carefully. Study it under light. You may be holding a treasure without even knowing it. A single cent can change everything. Thank you for watching JF Coin.